Time now for Ask the Expert and Colleen Lyle. We are in a hot real estate market here, Colleen, in Ottawa. We say that every time we meet and every time we chat, but it's the truth. Things are going well out there, aren't they?
We are definitely in a seller's market, and as you had mentioned, especially the West End and some of the exterior is really booming. So it's definitely a seller's market right now with no inventory.
No inventory,
Right.
Because people are not getting those houses up. You say put your house up for sale. Now's the time to do it. People want to buy.
Absolutely. So the biggest thing that we can say to all our viewers out there today is the fact that if you're considering selling, if you're looking at doing that downsize, if you're looking at seeing what the equity is in your home, this is the year to do it.
Okay, so you're on with us, and you always tell us all the good things we need to do. Great advice. You also have advice on the things we should not be doing for your own benefit.
Absolutely. So today we're going to be talking about the three top things that sellers may miss on, as well as the three top things that buyers, and then again, how to interview your professional realtor, because that's a key part of this whole component.
Okay, so let's start with the top 3 mistakes home sellers make when selling their home. And the first one, overpricing.
It's something that we can't stress enough, in the fact that in a seller's market, you may think, well, I can price my home higher. And that's not the case. This is actually the most difficult market, even as professionals, to navigate. And so when people overprice their home, the fact is that then buyers either miss their home completely, or the fact that even as buyer's agents, I have several on my team, and they feel that when you're overpriced in a home, that we're going to be dealing with a difficult seller. And that's not always an easy thing to do.
Okay.
As Canadians, we are known as the politest culture ever, right?
Yeah.
And so we don't want to insult a seller. So we don't actually do what the states do and lowball offers. And so when you price, and price smart, and realtors will always give you a range. They'll give you a range as to what your value is.
Yeah.
And if you price smartly, the fact is that you may actually get more value. But if you overprice, the fact is once you have to drop your price in order to attract the audience that you need,
Yeah.
or should have gotten in the first place, you'll probably drop below what should have been your proper value.
Oh, so it can backfire a little bit on you.
Absolutely.
Next up, you say not staging. Staging is still important.
Staging is very important, and all my clients get free staging, and it's not about picking up your stuff and then putting it with like white leather everywhere. That's not the case. It's the fact that you need to declutter. It's the fact that it's not just about depersonalizing. It's about showing your home the best that you can.
Mm-hmm.
When you are selling a home, it's different than living in a home. And that's the unfortunate truth about staging, and the fact that we have to present our home so that when buyers come in, they get wowed. They get the full Monty kind of thing.
And it's because you want them to envision themselves there, right? So if they see the pictures of you and your family and grandma and everybody on the wall, it's harder for them to see their pictures on the wall, right? Is that why we learn to kind of depersonalize it a little bit?
It's not only depersonalizing, Annette, but that's a really good point. It's the fact that if you have every appliance on the kitchen counter, it looks like you have no counter space.
Right.
If you have your linen closet crammed, it looks like you have no storage.
Yeah.
If you have really busy colors in your house, your eye doesn't know where to land. And so when my stager comes in, it's just to streamline everything so that the eye is softer.
Okay, and restricting showings.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
A lot of people go, well, no, that's inconvenient because I'm getting the kids off the bus. And you and I are both parents. Of
Life is busy.
A lot of girls. But the fact is that they don't come back. And
Right.
as we get into our national defense posting time, the fact is that they have 3 days usually to buy a home, inspect a home, and firm up their conditions.
So as much as it can be inconvenient to the seller, you have to make that convenient for the buyer so that they can come in. You got to get your butt out of your house and make it ready for them so that, you're showing that house. Otherwise, they might not come back.
Well, exactly. They really won't come back because if you have said 1 o'clock doesn't work for me, make it after 5, they may also have issues. So once you're ready to sell, you really have to make your house available to everyone.
Okay, so much more to talk about with Colleen, so don't go anywhere. If you have questions, now is the time to pick up the phone and call us, 789-6559, extension 2803, or send us an email, ottawa.morning@ctv.ca.